I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. This is part of the lectures I've been given concerning the year 2021, the carryovers from 2020, but have gone into the level of what you need to do in 2021. The year is neutral. The year comes with whatever it comes with, like a stream, and we can't prevent the stream or the river or the ocean from bringing materials to the seashore. It is our reaction and our capacity that really determines the outcome of the year. I want to talk about readiness. I want to talk about reluctance, and then rest. A lot of Christians will go into a state of rest because of perceptions they've received from church. The attitude of believing and not acting, the attitude of assumed faith, the attitude of believing without acting. And so you just remain at a state of rest. My life is in your hands. That's true, but the reality is that God expects us to be responsible. And so you must leave the state of rest and leave the state of reluctance. The state of reluctance is when you create inertia. You have promptings, you have incidences that you need to quickly act that you are not acting on. A lot of church folks always say, I'm waiting upon the Lord. To wait upon the Lord is to anticipate the next move of God. Somebody told me the story of a waiter that was waiting on somebody eating a bivalve, a meal made of that's from the sea, and a crustacean. And as the man put the spoon or cutlery, the thing jumped from the plate, and the waiter caught it, and the waiter returned it with a very warm white towel. And the man said, why did you just catch that thing like that? He said, from experience, we know that when people eat this meal for the first time, it jumps in this direction. So I was there to catch it because I anticipated it. So there are things that are going to happen. The year 2021, which is part of the decade of 2020 to 2030, is a decade of rapidly changing events. And there's going to be a lot of information. So you must have arrow number 1, the readiness to hear, to tap, and to harness relevant information. There's going to be a lot of disinformation. Somebody was telling me that the vaccine will change DNA. I didn't know when I told him to shut up. And he's an engineer, I told him, shut up. Do you know the process of producing vaccines? Do you know how vaccines interact? You say they will put microchip in vaccine. Such irresponsible information transmitted by people who don't know but pose to be influencers of society. You must learn to discard them. I just heard about the African Free Trade Zone that was just created. And from the post I read from Charles Awuzie, it's going to be a very big market. And we must know how to harness it, what pertains to us, what part we are going to play. Be readiness to hear good information and to act on them. Even when bad information comes, it should help you to take precautionary measures. Most Christians only wait until Sunday and they listen to somebody from the pulpit who might not give you the correct information. So social media today is filled with a lot of rubbish information and disinformation and falsehood. You must learn to filter, learn to think for yourself, learn to research for yourself, and know what is right and act. Opportunities are going to come in the form of information, and those information will be laden with a lot of other opportunities that you need to harness. You need to be observant to know what is going on and how to respond. You need to engage your mind like never before. Engage your mind like never before. Don't expect people to think for you this time. Think for yourself. I have learned now to be more flexible and adaptive to circumstances and changes based on relevant and new information. It's going to be an information era. There's going to be rapid technological changes. One technology that is not working, dump it and move on to new technology. There's going to be the dynamism of human beings. There's going to be such that things are going to be so dynamic and people are going to be very dynamic after the vaccinations take place. Travel is going to open again. And with things like this free trade zone created in Africa, people are going to be moving from place to place. Things are going to move at a very fast rate. There are going to be new discoveries. And so if you are stagnant and you are reluctant and you are staying in your place of rest, not knowing that the world is going to be most dynamic, you'll run into problems and you'll be left behind. You must be ready to innovate. You must be ready to renovate what you have done and improve on your performances and functionalities in this dispensation. Prayer is not enough. I must speak to my fellow African Christians. The wisdom to tackle your enemy, tackle the circumstances and the challenges your enemy will throw, the challenges your competitors will throw, must be very prime in your mind. Be alert, be awake. According to Worry People, shine your eye. Momo time don't pass. God bless you. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki.